Hello. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, T-Bird. Hello. Thank you for joining us on this morning tea time and Q&A. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'd love to hang out with you guys this morning and just have an easygoing stream. We're not in the parks today. I had a dermatologist appointment. Good morning, en route. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. Everything went well. I'm doing good with my sunscreen. Bonjour, Fabrice. Good morning, Liz. And then tonight, I will be in the parks. However, hi, Cruz. I won't be streaming. Ron will be streaming the party tonight. Hi, Disney Mama. Hi, Villain Fan. And so, the J, hi. So, I'll be in the park. So, if you're in the parks or you're going to the party, please say hi to us. Tanya will be there. Ron will be there. I will be there. And hopefully, you guys, I know it's always a treat when we're all three together and you can get a photo with all of us. So hopefully that happens if there's somebody out there that wants that. Hi, Kathy. Good morning, Cindy. Just a PSA. If you have a checkup that you need to get done, doesn't matter what the checkup is, go get it done. That's it. Don't put your health off. You are important, and I feel like everybody should go get their checkups. There's a couple things that I need to go do, and as I go to my dermatologist and all of that, like I have to continue with getting older and checkups. And if you have a family history, definitely go get your checkups. Hi, Sarah. Okay. Sarah E., how are you doing? Sandra, hello. Mandy Girl Adventures, hello. Nutter Butter, good morning. Hi, Stacy. I just love Disney. Hello. Hi, Kaylee. Howdy, James. All right, we are officially 1 week away from Christmas. Hi, Annette. Are we ready? Is everybody ready? I don't know. I'm not. Chadia, hello. Good morning. Who is ready for Christmas? And then I'll also say this again. If you have any questions, like I'll take personal questions, park questions, traveling questions. If there's something that's on your mind and it's appropriate, put it in the chat and I'll do my best to answer your questions this morning. Thank you to everybody who has watched the Bean Boozled video over on the Life with Janel Love channel. And Annette, you're not ready. I'm not ready either. You got a piece of skin cut off on Tuesday? Well, there you go, James. It's better not to have the bad skin. Let's get the bad skin cut off. So I was fortunate enough, like I have started keeping up with my sunscreen. I literally do not leave the house without sunscreen on my face or my arms. And it's so easy to prevent. The free outdoors, hello. Sarah, I hope so too. Gifts are wrapped. The first of 3 airport pickups for your kids and their partners starts on Tuesday. I hope your heart is full, Stacy. That's awesome. So for me, I have 3 kids. My oldest son will be with us. We're going to Maryland next week. So we're headed back to the Northeast. Braden will be with us. I think Megan, his fiance, has to work on Christmas Eve. She's been working nights. She's a nurse on the postpartum delivery floor. And so she's doing that. Braden will be with us. Chase will be with us. Ainsley is going with her boyfriend to Minnesota. So we are going to get there. We'll see and do Christmas with Ainsley, and then we will head over and Ainsley will head to Minnesota. And so it will just be us and the boys and my mom this Christmas. So that's what our Christmas is looking like. It's dwindling down. My nephews are going to be with their significant others. I think we're going to be just with my sister-in-law because my brother is opting to work. And so it's going to be, things are looking much different for our family this year. So when I was like, the other day I was talking about adjusting and having to adjust. We're adjusting and things are changing. So, well, welcome in everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I know we're not in the parks today. I did have something scheduled to be in the parks, but then I had forgotten about my dermatologist appointment. And let me tell you something. So my skin, because I live in Florida, I just go every 6 months. I'm not a yearly skin check person, and I try to be transparent with this because I think it's so important. And so I do share this part of my medical history with everybody, and that's the dermatologist. And so I go every 6 months. And so when I went up to the counter, I said, I need an appointment for 6 months. And she wrote down on the little card, and she was like, all right, July 2nd, 8 a.m. And I was like my face, I could see, like, I'm sure she could see that there was confusion. And I was like, no, 6 months. And she was like, July 2nd. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy that 6 months is July. And I was just talking to somebody the other day in the parks about, you know, spending 4th of July in the parks and all of that. And this year is going to be a huge year, 2026, I think 250 years of celebration of 4th of July. So anyways, I was like, okay, I'll accept July 2nd. I really didn't like the date. And I just thought for some reason she had said January 2nd. And she was like, no, July 2nd. Hi, Riley. Have I ever been to New York City for Christmas? I have, and it is gorgeous. I've been a couple times, and I've been to New York probably, I don't know, 10 times. And I've gone all different ways where we've stayed in New Jersey and ridden the train over, or I've stayed in Times Square, or I've stayed over in Central Park. I've been for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I've been for the US Open. I've been for Christmas. So I feel very, very lucky and like just blessed to have had the opportunity to be so close to New York and have the opportunity to go the way that I have. I have been to the Rockettes as well. So my husband has never done that. And so it's one of the things I do want to take Tim to do it. Good morning, Carmen. Steve, You're wondering how far I have to travel to the parks from where, it has gotten to the point where it is 45 minutes or more. Like, that's it. Really about 25 or 26 air miles. So if you were just to fly, it would be a very simple 26 miles. But with traffic and going on the turnpike and construction and all of the things that are happening, it takes me no less than 45 minutes. But generally, yesterday when I left the parks and I left Animal Kingdom parking lot, it was 55 minutes for me to get home. So I always give myself 2 hours, an hour in the morning and an hour to get home. And I always have 2 hours in my day. So when I end my stream, I have to still make it through the parking lot, and I still have to make it home. And so that's my commute every single day. I do wish I lived close. I wish I lived closer for timing. I do not wish that I lived closer because I love where we live. Good morning, RCP. Kathy, I don't think that anybody should be afraid to go to New York City. I get it. However, it is beautiful and something, unless you've been to another huge major city, there's nothing like it. And the spirit of Christmas is so alive in that city, and the Rockettes are amazing. So I know that's a bucket list for a lot of people, and like I said, very blessed to say that I have been able to do all of that. Hi, Annette. Tomorrow's your birthday, Annette. Happy early birthday, and I hope you have an amazing day. Shoshana, good morning. Good morning, Veronique. Hi, John Pop. All in the stories, hello. Hi, Darstar. Darstar, have an amazing day. Oh, John, that's a great location. 2 hours away from New York and 45 minutes away from Philly. It always took us like 3 hours to get to Philly and maybe 4 hours, I guess, to get, or 5 hours to get to New York from Maryland, where we lived. T-Bird said, I love going to New York to see the Rockettes as well. I did see them when they were in Tampa many years ago. I didn't know that they, do they have a tour? Hi, Heather. So, we're going, Tim and I, my husband, and I are going to the Christmas party tonight. Hi, Brandon. You used to live downtown Brooklyn. Wow. It's amazing. Hi, Mr. Gizmondo. It's good to see you in the chat. So, we're going to the Christmas party tonight. And Tim, my husband, has never been. So, we'll be doing a video. And we'll be getting his opinion on tonight. The weather is supposed to be very nice. It's not going to get cooler than 60 degrees. So, thank goodness, because he gets cold so fast. Hi, Kelsey. Good morning. Happy Friday Eve. I was asking everybody earlier, if you're just joining, are you ready for Christmas? And then my next question is there an item that you need to get, but you can't find it anywhere? What is the popular item this year? And what's the hot toy? Does anybody have that problem? Or does anybody even know? I'm out of that loop. My favorite Loungefly, I feel like it's changed all in the stories, but generally, Mr. Fredrickson right there has always been my #1 favorite. Let me see. That Club 33 bag too is one of my new favorites. The Keys one. I love all of them. Like, they all have like a special place only because certain people have given me different ones. I always love like my up ones, which I haven't worn. My Kermie one down here. I always get I get so many compliments. One is from Paris, and I can't believe I was in Paris a year ago. Today we were in Disneyland Paris for our very first day, and like our memories keep coming up on my phone, and I love like our family is just reminiscing about like our time there, and it was so amazing. I don't know. This one right here, Mrs. Jumbo, because I love Mrs. Jumbo. I love Dumbo, but then Mrs. Jumbo deserves so much credit for having to get Dumbo through everything. So, Mrs. Jumbo. I don't wear her out a lot because her trunk swings, and I just don't want it to like ever get messed up. All right, let me catch up on the chat. So T-Bird says a while ago were the traveling rockets. Hi, Scott Whalen. I hope you and Jean Marie are doing well. Hi, Bree. Good morning. Ready for Christmas? No tree at home. You're moving to Corpus. Oh my goodness. Bree, you are busy. And you know what? No tree is okay. So I will let y'all know, like, even if you go and get the smallest little artificial tree, or we've gotten the small pine trees and it's growing like out on our deck, and I hope one day that we get to plant it outside. So I think that trees can come in all types of ways, and it doesn't have to be the traditional tree that you're used to decorating and spending a lot of time with. Hi, Tracy E. All right, I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Shoshana, you have to try them all. John Pop, you think I have a Loungefly addiction? No. Kelsey, you're getting ready to move at the end of the month? You didn't put up Christmas decorations? Oh, I feel like Christmas can look so different, and we all have to go through those phases of like, I can remember when we were young and my dad and my stepmom had bought a house. They literally settled like 2 days before Christmas on the house. And I can remember my dad going to like Home Depot on Christmas Eve and getting a Christmas tree and then having to decorate it on Christmas Eve, which in turn would start a tradition of how many people decorate their Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. Some people do that. Hi, David T. James, yes, go ask Tanya if you're ready for Christmas. Tim is not. Hold on. Resposa. Hello, good morning. Good morning, Brave. So Carmen says, hard to get, not the buzz item, but shoes your son wants is out of stock, his size, and I've been stalking the website for updates. He's 21, so he's into shoes and jerseys. I get that. I get that. I hope you get it, Carmen. For the love of dogs, hello. Hey, Brave is correct. A little Debbie Christmas tree counts. Harana, hello. Welcome in from Germany. Four-way flashers, hello. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Barbara. Konnichiwa. Hi, Nakata. Hi, Jenica. So Brave, I am like that too. So who takes their tree down immediately? Me, and Brave. Like it's over. Trees are done, or gifts are done. Like we're done. We're cleaning up, and this is our time to clean. Kelsey, I'm so glad that you've been part of the streams, and I'm glad that it's helping you get through whatever it is that you need and bringing everybody a little bit of magic. They added something new to the Starlight Parade. It's an improvement. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm excited to see it. I'm always excited to see Starlight. It's not something that we do often, so I like that they added something to it. They don't mark Christmas trees down anymore. Hi, buddy. Hi, Amy. Good morning. Lori says her Christmas tree goes up right after Halloween and comes down the day after. That's a long time to have a Christmas tree up, Lori, in my opinion. So Stacy says decorations stay up through January. I feel like that's the majority of people. Annette says hers stays up. Jay Martin, mine goes up October, but comes down December 26, 27. Jen, hi. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Jen. Hot Parkers, good morning. Thank you. Hot Parkers, we'll definitely say hi to Ron, and we'll say hopefully get to see everybody for sure. Snowbird Deb. So Deb says Christmas is put completely away by the end of the day, December 26th. I love it. We put the tree up after Thanksgiving and we take it down after January 2nd. Now watching your stream, we're thinking to put the tree up after Halloween. I mean, again, but so Disney does after Halloween, a day or two, right? And then they go through, I think, Three Kings. So as soon as the marathon week is over, the weekend is over for the marathon races, which is going to be the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, then that's when the tree will go down in Magic Kingdom. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Laurie. You put your tree up on December 6th, St. Nicholas Day, and it stays up until January 6th, Little Christmas. I love it. Tracy has 3 Christmas trees and they stay up in my office all year round, and I change the theme throughout the year. It brings me joy. And I love that for you, Tracy. Hi, Laureen. I was in your neck of the woods this morning. Hello from Brazil. Shoshana says we usually put the tree up either the weekend of Thanksgiving or wait until December 1st. It comes down until normally when I put the tree up the first weekend of December and take it down January 1st. Shake it up, Betty. Hi, Fluff Nugget. Ahmed, hello. Tree goes down after New Year's. I don't need extra work during the week. So I agree too. I can be on board with that. All that's random. My tree went up December 1st and then down January 6th. Hi, Dr. Loomis. Dr. Loomis, I knew somebody was going to ask about little Ron. Hold on, he's right here. He needs a Christmas jacket or sweater or something, but he's right here. So I will say that Lil Ron was one of the first like little people that Lily made, and so his head is kind of it's delicate. That's all I'll say. Like I feel like he needs like some added support. So which is kind of why I stopped bringing him out. And just kind of tossing him in my bag because I didn't want anything to happen. I wanted him to last a long time. But then, like, Lily made me Daisy. I have a Donald and Daisy. And I was thinking of, like, should I give this to Miss Emma? I know Lily made it for me, but I think Emma would love Daisy, so I don't know, but she has practiced and gotten so good, and just like you can tell, like everything's just closer together, and Daisy's just way more stable. So I love it, but I'm trying to protect little Ron. Tanya has a little Janelle, so I don't know. Y'all should ask Tanya, where's little Janelle? Maybe she'll come to the party tonight. It would be cute if little Janelle and little Ron came to the party. Lori, little Ron does have a, hold on, I don't know where his hat is, but he does have like a little hat. Let me see. He has a backpack. Maybe his hat is in the backpack. He does have a little monster. The monster goes in the backpack. So there you go. There's little Ron. He's here. Same as ever. Jersey Girl, hello. John Pop, I don't know if they've come out with any of the 10K Wine Dine 2025 pin look like. I don't really remember. Hi, Kyle. Jenica, so I have a vlog from the very first time I went to Epic. That's up. You would have to go back. I mean, I think it was in June that I went. And then we'll be going back sometime at the beginning of the year. Good morning, John Paxton. Viva La Adventure, hello. I don't want to miss anything on the chat. I don't know that a little Tanya has been made or if she was working on it. So, okay. Ron needs a little Coda and Coda needs a little Tanya, and the circle would be complete. I agree. I don't know if a little Coda is in the works either. Hi, Maria. Omani, hello. Favorite park? I don't ever say that what my favorite park is, only because I love them all, like, for different reasons. But ultimately, see, if I go to Animal Kingdom, I'm like, I love Animal Kingdom. But if I'm in Magic Kingdom, that's home to me. And honestly, I go to Magic Kingdom the most, not just for the stream, but I'm very comfortable there. More so than the others, but I'm very comfortable in all of the parks. I love Disneyland. I love DCA. I have ranked them before. We have done rankings, and I think I did Magic Kingdom, Disneyland, Epcot, DCA, Disney's California Adventure, Animal, Hollywood. And that was my ranking of the U.S. Parks. Good morning, April. You're doing some rapping. Grumpy Rich, hello. Hi, Kim. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Kate. Hi, Ron. Well, there's Ron, everybody. Ron on the go is here. Well, and Ron, does Animal Kingdom, does that count if you're streaming or not streaming? Because technically we already went. Ron has a vlog coming out for our DVC event. I have a vlog coming out. I gotta go work on that after this. Parks with Mark, good morning. Ron, yeah, Ron knows when little Ron is out. Hi, Mr. Minton. Okay, let's see. Full review of your Osmo. Is it worth it? And what SD card do I use? Mackenzie, I love it. It's very easy to use, and I don't have a very big SD card. And for a reason not to have so many videos on there, like my phone, that I can't get through it. So it makes me take care of what I need to take care of, and then I delete it off, because then it moves to my phone or to my computer where I do the editing. So I like it. I would say the one thing I wish it had more of is a zoom. It only zooms in 2 times for quality, and I wish it would zoom in a little bit more, but other than that, that's really my only complaint. Okay. How do people with scooters get onto rides like Mr. Toad's and Disneyland? The ride queues looked narrow, asking for mom. So Kyle, I think for Mr. Toad's, you would go through the exit, and there's a cast member there, and I would just say at every ride, you're going to talk to a cast member, and they're going to direct you where to go and how to get onto the ride. Disneyland is going to be a little different than Disney World, and again, you're right, the queues are much narrower. There are no scooters in the queues like in Disney World. So if they need to transfer or to walk to a ride, check with a cast member and they'll direct you where to go. Okay. Veronique, I would say, I know a lot of people love Hollywood, but then a lot of people feel the way that I do. It needs more love, and I agree. And I am excited for the whole animation courtyard that they're putting there, the Monsters Inc. ride. I think the love is coming for sure. Hi, Mark Green. your son Dylan, and you will be here in January. I hope to get to meet you too. That would be awesome, Mark. Hi, Carol. Hi, Nicole. I think that they've changed Hollywood so much that, yes, like all of us who love Hollywood for what it was, like it's hard. It's hard to go there. Memories with Magic, hello. Kyle, how long until you go to Disneyland? Hi, Seth. You come on Saturday morning and you leave for the Wish for the Maritime Cruise on Monday. Oh my gosh, that's something I want to do. I want to do the Halloween cruise, and I want to do a Christmas cruise, and I want to do a Panama Canal cruise. Tim's gonna be like, you want to cruise on Small World? Because you can. But I want to go do a specialty cruise. Have so much fun, Seth. Hi, Courtney. If you have been on a Halloween cruise and you've been on a Christmas cruise, like what was your favorite and why? And if you haven't been on a specialty cruise, which one do you think you would want to do? I think I would rather do Christmas, only because they have gingerbread houses and Christmas trees. Am I still going to Wyoming? That's the plan. So back in, I don't even remember when, September, October. Oh, four-way flashers, Alaska too. My husband got, like, it's not a promotion, but he was selected to be in a 3-year program with the CEO of his company. And I want to say 20 people get selected throughout the company all over the world. And it's a leadership program, and you do have to do some extra travel, and you have to go to school, and you have to take classes, and you also have to go to certain locations for the classes. The travel takes place in the first 6 months of the year, and the second part of the year is all class time. And then, because that's the most busiest part of the year, they give you a break from the program. You still have to go to school, but you don't have to do the travel. Halloween had trick-or-treating and Christmas has storytelling. Thank you, Ron. Mr. Cruise Life himself. So anyways, hi, Ed. Point of me telling you all that is that Tim has some travel coming up, and they're in locations where I really want to go. And so we're trying to find out all of his work travel so that we can kind of pair it up with Wyoming, or we might end up going to Wyoming before July just because of convenience and already being there. And so that's why I was telling you all that, is because we will be hopefully going to Wyoming, hopefully going to Jackson Hole this 2026 coming up. It just might be before or after our anniversary, which is in July. Kate says, going on the Destiny for your 40th in November, and my birthday is on the 21st, but we have to go early November because all the cruises. Oh, and you wanted to do a regular one, and that's understandable, Kate. The regular ones are they're awesome. Hi, Bruni. Ron, Tim told you he was Tim told you that you were his +1. I guess I'll be at Walt Disney World while Ron and Tim are traveling the country. Ron and Tim will be going to Wyoming together. Can you imagine? I would love to see that vlog. Ron, maybe we send you and Tim on a boys trip somewhere. Take Tim to Tokyo. Oh my goodness. Malar, hello. So Kim, the DJI Osmo 3, it's a little SD card. So however big your SD card is what the storage you have. And then, like I said, you use the DJI app, and that app just puts everything on your phone or on your computer for the editing. Memories with Magic, he got married on the Disney Cruise Line during the Very Merry Cruise. The ship had the most beautiful holiday decorations. Oh, see, that makes me want to go Christmas time. Your family is going to Jackson Hole in August. It would be funny if you were there. Oh, that would be great. That would be awesome. Hi, Plymouth Rock. Hi, Steven. Ooh, Ron. See, you're going to make people jealous. Hi, Ruben. Kim, if you have any questions on the DJI, or if anybody has any questions, one of the things, I was going to go buy that, like back in the summer, and I didn't. And then when all the tariffs things happened, like the price almost doubled on it. I ended up buying it in October, and I ended up buying it as a bundle. And so I would be careful with some of the bundles. Definitely look on the DJI website and check Amazon as well. And do a lot of comparing on what you're going to get and how much stuff costs individually. Because with the bundles, some of that stuff you really don't need. So, Carmen, can you imagine Tim with Ron in Tokyo? Good morning, Katie. Katie, did your husband find out any news? And I just have to say Hakuna Matata, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Hi, Jessica. Who all is ready for Christmas break with their kids? I feel like leading up to Christmas, it all goes so great. And then Christmas comes and then we're all like, okay, when are they going back to school? Hi, Carol. But I feel like a lot of kids go to school until this Friday, and then they're done with school. Hi, Mikey D. The New Year's Eve. Oh my gosh. So we all have our tickets. We all have our reservations. My daughter's going to be there. Her boyfriend's going to be there. Hi. There you are, Perry. Good morning. Okay, late January for February. Thank you. Thank you, Katie. So again, Ainsley, her boyfriend, not fiance yet, just to let y'all know, none of that's happened. Michelle, Emma, Hannah. Hannah will be working. Me. So it was like a girls' night, and then Levi snuck his way in there. Oh, I would love that, Ruben. I would love to meet Pixie Dust Mom. So this will be my first New Year's Eve at Epcot, and like I've talked to Ruben a little bit about it. Obviously, I've seen Ron and Coda's streams, and I'm gonna I'm nervous. Going to Disneyland for the first time in February. Can't decide between Californian or the Disneyland Hotel. Kids are 12 and 7. Any thoughts? I personally, and kid-wise, both pools are amazing. Disneyland has the monorail pool, but at the same time, I would take the convenience of the Californian over the Disneyland Hotel. Now, it's not that far, and you can walk from the Disneyland Hotel over to downtown Disney to the parks. However, the Californian is just there. It's like right there. And when you're really tired at night, even though things are really close, I just think I would pick the Californian. The rooms are gorgeous. You'll love it. Storytellers and the quick service at the Californian are amazing. And if you want to walk outside to downtown Disney to go to any other restaurant, you have it all right there. So I don't think that you could go wrong on whatever you choose. And I don't think that you can. I think that maybe if price comes into play or the timing or anything like that, or what's available, maybe that's your going back. I haven't ever stayed there, going there. And so I've seen the inside of those rooms at the Californian, and I think your kids will be blown away, and I think that you'll love it. So that's me. I have stayed at Pixar, and I loved it there. And we stayed at Pixar, and we just walked across the street to the Californian, and then we went into the parks through the Californian. So I understand that convenience factor, and that's where I like base all of that off of. So you're very welcome, Kara. I hope you have an amazing time. So yeah, so back to New Year's Eve. I can't believe I'm actually doing it. Kara, oh my goodness, I saw this morning that the Sweetheart tickets were sold out. Oh, so everybody going, have so much fun. It's so fun that Disneyland has these like little special nights. You're going on the Disney Mike, you're going on the Treasure Cruise. Have fun. Okay, so John says you stayed at the Disneyland Hotel and it was very convenient, a little less expensive. Yeah, John, I don't want to take away the fact of the Disneyland Hotel and you just go right there and you walk through downtown Disneyland, or you just walk a little bit further, pass by Pixar and go through the Grand Californian. Either way, I understand. But I just feel like if someone was like, pick from these hotels, I'm going to pick the Californian. So, hi, Jessica. What's everybody going to do today? So, whenever I'm done here, I have to run to the store. And I'm going to go to the store. I have to go get some cleaning products. And I'm kind of like, why didn't I not think about this the other day? And then I got to come back and get my life together before I have to leave and go pick Tim up. And we're going to go to the party. So if you see Tish. So when Tim and I went to Las Vegas, when did we do that? Right before September. We went to Vegas and I got a message from several people. Oh my gosh, you're in Las Vegas. You should do this, you should do that. We got lots of great recommendations. And a couple people had reached out and said, hey, if you're available, we'd like to go to dinner. If you need any suggestions, feel free to, reach out. And so Tish, who's sometimes in the chat, and Mike, they sent me a message and they were like, hey, if you have time, we'd love to meet up and go to dinner with you. I had never met Tish before. And I said to him, would this be crazy if we go to dinner with people from the internet? And he was like, that's fine. It's Vegas. Like, let's go do it. And so I sent Tish a message back and I said, all right, we will go to dinner with you. And so we picked a place on the Strip. We met them and we had a lovely dinner together. And we had dinner and then we walked back to our hotel. They went on their way. We went on our way. And then they were here right after, let's see, we came back and they were here maybe a week or two later. And then Tish reached out to me and she's like, hey, do you want to go to the party with us? And Tim was like, sure. Like, we had such a great time with them. And so now we're going to go to the party with them tonight. And so that's who we're going with. So Tanya's going to be there. I think she's going to be there with Mariah. I don't know if she's going with anybody else. All right, Tish, I already sent you a message. There's Tish. And so Tanya will be there. Ron's going to be there streaming. So check that out. And then Tanya and I don't know like what Tanya's plans are. And again, Tim's never been there. So I just want him to have a good time. I want him to get all the cookies. And I also want him to find a love for these Christmas cookies. So I'll tell you, funny, whenever, I don't know, maybe Ainsley had called while we were in Vegas. And she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, we're going to go have dinner with Tish and Mike. And of course my kids are like, who's that? Chase calls me every single day when I'm away, and Ainsley will call me every single day. Brayden, maybe once a week. And so I had talked to both Ainsley and Chase on this day, and I said, hey, we're going to dinner with Tish and Mike. And Ainsley was like, do not get in a car with them. And I was like, okay, we will draw the line. We will not get in a car. It's just so funny that my kids are like, don't go here and don't do that. And is Tim going to be with you? Hi, Jeff. Back from Disneyland. Great to see you. It was great. Oh my goodness. That's awesome, Jeff. Sometimes the time difference change thing is difficult, and I get that. I'm glad you had such a great time. Overall, Jeff, like, what did you think? How many people are still drinking coffee or tea? I have water. I have water in my cup. When I went to I always treat myself. And I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I got an avocado toast. And I got a chai, a hot chai. And I drank it like immediately. And so now I'm drinking water. Hi, Wonk Man. Oh, Annette, you used to live in Las Vegas? You got your white... Oh, Steven. Tim would be jealous. I bet you he's going to get a white chocolate mocha tonight. Hi, Blackjack. So, Jessica, every time I'm in Disneyland, we get up so early. And it's so hard to stay up at night. But then you just fight through it and you deal with it. So, A year ago today was when I was in Disneyland. Okay, you love the detail on the rides. I feel like they are cared for much more than Walt Disney World, and was happy they didn't walk, and you didn't walk 40,000 steps a day. It was more like 17 or 20. T-minus 3 hours. Safe travels to you, Jamie. Party night tomorrow night. What is Kate doing? Hold on. Currently also drinking white chocolate mocha from Starbucks. That's ultimately one of the best winter drinks. And you thought that the meme was more on point. So, so Jeff, I will say I 100% agree that even in Paris and California, the cast member presence, the feeling of like there's always somebody near that you can ask a question to, just doesn't really exist there. There are more cast members in California than there are in Paris, but Paris, like, you literally could be led astray on a path and they'll be like, just go around that corner up there in the dark with no light. You'll be fine. Disneyland does win with rides and theming, yes. Okay, so because today it's 1 year since I went to Disneyland Paris. I miss it. I definitely want to go back, and I'm hoping 2026 will make it happen. But I have, if you remember from my streams last year, this bag, I bought so many of them to give away. And these bags were a special bag that Disneyland Paris brought out to support the local children's hospital. And so the money from these bags went to the to raise funds for the children's hospital. Kathy, you won that? It's such a great bag. I love the yellow. So I'm going to be giving this one away. Again, I'm getting ready to start packing things up. And I'm going to ask everybody to put a number, don't do it yet, in the chat. If you want to try to win this or have a chance at it, everybody in the chat and everybody who is here is welcome to participate. We're going to be selecting one number. You can only put the number in the chat one time. You cannot put multiple numbers. If you do, you will be disqualified. Distant Jack, definitely March 29th when the new land opens. I definitely want to be there. And so, thank you, Linda. I love when we do this as well. And so to kind of just say thank you to all of you guys and supporting the channel. We've grown so much. In a year's time, over 30,000 new subscribers, which is crazy to me. I just want to say thank you for these little chats, and I have another bag and I want to give it away, and I'm going to be packing stuff up. So again, one number, 1 through 100. I'm going to write my number down just so y'all can see that I had the number. Let me get a pen. I'm going to write my number down. I got to think. Okay. 1 through 100. Seth, you can't? Okay. Everybody, y'all can go. I'll let you know the first one that I see. Thank you, Nakata. Oh, Mike. 12. Mike is the first one. Mike D. 12 is my number. I counted the number of Dumbo pins, and I have 12 Dumbo pins, and that's where I got that number. Yay, Mike! Mike, if you want to send me your information on Instagram or Facebook, or even an email, I will get this mailed out to you. Thank you, everybody, for participating. 12 is your lucky number, Lori. You guys know I love even numbers. And so if you know that about me, then hopefully you probably know to always pick some sort of an even number. And you might even really get lucky with always having a 2. But I don't know. I'm going to switch it up on y'all one day. If it would have been 13. Dumbo are the most pins that have been given to me or that I have gotten. I have Donald. I have 3 of those pins. And teacup pins, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teacup pins, but Dumbo's the most. Oh, did anybody win? No one won the lottery? I forgot all about the lottery. I could have been a billionaire. Maria, Club 33 is great thinking. Great thinking. Oh, Katie, thank you so much for being here. And I love doing this as well. Oh, see, I love that. Yep, Jessica, all my stickers I have like saved. I have a little pile over here, but then I also have all the stickers. I need a book to put them in. This one, what would y'all do? So this pin was given to me, and I want to put it on my board, but I also don't know if I want to take it out of the packaging. Like, do you take special pins out of the packaging, or should I just put like a pin right here and put it up on my board like this? I don't know. I'm not a pin person. I don't know. So usually too, all of my birthday is October 2nd. And so I feel like that's where my love of even numbers comes from. Kathy, I don't know, did anybody win it? Kathy said that would be her sign. She'd be living in Florida. Kathy, you'd be living in the Grand Floridian if you won that Powerball. You want to say that Bean Boozled or whatever it was called had me in tears. Join the magic. Thank you so much for watching. Hi, Mira. You don't like keeping things in the packaging. Just take it out and enjoy it. Nobody won. Holy cow, April. I mean, I would love just to win $10,000 from it. I mean, I see the ones where they say like, oh, $1 million was won. I'd be fine with that, honestly. I could handle that. Hi, Dole Whip Daddy. Hello. Yeah, Veronique, again, just winning something. I don't know that I've ever won more than like a couple dollars off of the Powerball or, what's the other one? Whatever the other one. Powerball and That's how I don't even play. I only play when it gets big. So, oh, the Mad Strawberry. Hi to Mad Strawberry. That is a huge win. Especially when if you only paid $5 for the ticket. April, that would be epic. We could build our own theme park, I think. Or like maybe a land. Hi, basketball. Yeah, I do try to watch the Dapper Dans. Sometimes we only catch them on the trolley. Sometimes we catch them towards the end of our day there. Oh, the Mega Millions. Thank you, Mira. Kim, good job on that Coke. Oh, even better, the Mad Strawberry. That's awesome. It was free. Build Bravywood. Yes. I would make Brave and her Bravywood come true. Again, I would think that these people would be like, what is Bravywood? I mean, we know Dolly and Dollywood. Who's Brave? Well, April, if you've never won anything, maybe the karma is being all saved up for this Powerball. Comic and movie guy, hello, good to see you. We already have several mock-ups for Bravywood. And we would just say, like, yeah, you come out so much braver than you went in at Bravywood. So, all right, you guys. Well, I think this is where we end our day. I'm going to go finish getting ready. And I got to go clean and get ready for my house guest. Oh my gosh, Lori, that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second. Hold on. I'm not saying goodbye. If you've ever won anything, what's the best prize you've ever won? Tim must build sandcastles for it. Agree, Dole Whip Daddy. Agreed that Tim can have a sandcastle area. We'll have to check with Brave if she'll allow that, but I'm pretty sure she will. Oh my gosh, Brave. Brave says that Bravywood is right outside of the Lurkers Lounge. You just go out one door and you're in Bravywood. Happy holidays to you too, Jeff. Please tell the family I said hello. Kim, you want to meet and greet with Donny Osmond? Woo! I won last year Christmas 50/50 and it was $1,000. That's awesome. Amy won $2,000 at bingo last year. You want to stitch Loungefly from Enchanted Sisters too, and my daughter was so happy. Oh, that's awesome, Kate. Carmen, your husband and you won a cruise and it was your first cruise. You won tickets and t-shirts from radio stations before. I won the Offspring lotteries. Aw, Stacy, that's awesome. Y'all, we have some lucky people in the chat. Lori was fast on the phone dialing. Was it this way, Lori, or was it like, you know? I don't know, Steven. I don't know if, I can't remember ever like winning. Like, I was never good at dialing into the radio station to try to win something, win tickets. I've tried to do it, but I was not ever good at it. Four-way flashers, I win tons of stuff. Hockey tickets, coffee machines. You got to meet Adam West and Burt Ward. That's awesome. The redial button was swift. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope to see y'all on Ron's stream tonight, and have fun. Oh, you want a lug bag? It's all Nicole, it's something. So, well, have a magical day, as Mr. Minton said. And have a wonderful day. Be kind, choose joy, and go to Disney or some other place magical. It's up to you. And I'll see y'all definitely on Saturday. If Tim and I are home tomorrow, I'm going to try to do another at-home stream tomorrow with him, but I don't know. It'll be a surprise, and we'll have to figure it out last minute. Bye, everybody. Be safe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.